Got it.
Got it.
Yeah, got it.
Alrighty, Islam, peace and love to all ye beautiful beings out there. How are you? I'm checking my brother Sign Voice song. And behalf of Seven Hill Star, we'd like to welcome you to another Intuition Monday. Soy hermano, Shanalim El, sabes que todo está bien. And bro, man, if you could assist me, bro, if you really could, bro, I forget sometimes, like, man, with my memory, it's like this full moon dealing with memory, bro. Can you help remind me and the people? What was that other appellation, bro? What was it?
Braveheart.
And I am here with my bro, the living master, and he is.
Oh wow, bro, you're too kind. Namaste, Islam. I am brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco at Northwestern Mexico. How are you? Oh, bro, I'll be right back. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Indeed, right? So we are going in today on the Capricorn full moon. Check that, right? You see that back there, full moon Capricorn. And this is the last Intuition Monday of June, as we're about to head into July, and also the last full moon for the month. So great times, right? And hopefully everyone out there in that beautiful good world is doing pretty good. I'll be starting us out today doing houses 1 through 3, 7 through 9, and Brother Sign will be doing 4 through 6, and closing us out with the 10th, 11th, and 12th house.
For sure.
So get your popcorn ready with your vegan butter, get your snacks or whatever. Enjoy yourself. For those that will be watching this later, enjoy the wisdom and fruition that one is about to receive as we go in on this, right?
Correcto mundo.
So I guess without further ado, I will hit the screen share and we will just go right in. We going in.
For sure.
Boom.
All right.
So here's that. Yeah. I'm at full screen that. And let me hit play. Let me get us. Can get us out the way. But we're good though. All right. So here we go. Full moon, and we're starting out in the Aquarius zone. Let's see if I can actually move that bar out my way. That's the only thing about Keynote is it won't let you move the Zoom bar out the way. Let me just move that up some more. Let's just put you all the way down there. Let's get it. Much better. Here we go. Right. So we are near Tulan, China. What's now called China, pardon me. And this full moon will be occurring on Monday. For the next time that we'll be back for Intuition Monday. I'm not sure what we're going in for July. I'll have to check, but make sure you check back with us. So we have this full moon occurring in the 1st and the 7th houses, with Luna in the 1st house, and we have Sol in the 7th. And if you look, we have the ascendant at 13 degrees, 49 minutes, the degree of acting. But first, let's just talk about this full moon here for the 1st and the 7th houses. So we have Luna in the 1st in Capricorn. As we know, that not a real comfortable place for Capricorn, as that is her opposite of where she's home at. So she is in a home away from home kind of energy. But we know that all energy is for good. When people say, oh, it's a bad spot, well, we can always transmute that energy. And with Luna being at the degree of religion, and also a very Aquarian degree, with this reflection going on. So here we can build I said beard. We can build our spiritual intuitions and really just be letting go of things that has held us back in the past. Especially, let's see, religion with Capricorn, like I said, Luna in the first house. For beings near this China corporation, we could be seeing folks either looking to start rejecting their religion or their dogma, or starting to come into a true sense of themselves. And with Sun being in Cancer and the 7th at the degree of retentive memory, I think beings are able to start remembering who they are. And it's also Cancer and alcoholism. So maybe cleaning up for those who have a drinking problem. And also beings could be looking to start to treat themselves who are going through a cancer process. I think that they will be able to embrace the wisdom of Jesus, the I am identity, and really be able to start healing themselves by positively affirming that that all is well, that they're healed, so mote it be. And with Jupiter being the chart ruler, Jupiter is ruling from, that is the 5th house at 9 degrees Taurus. So just expanding on healthy things here, as we talked about memory and religion. So we want to be able to really expand upon the higher learning when they stick to the principle, or one might have to get back to the principle of things, especially if they strayed away from the root. As Brother Hassan always says, we had our starts, him, myself, and the other brothers, we had our start at RB Bay. So even though we you might see us on different platforms working with everyone, we always stick to the root, to the principle, and we're able to expand upon that wisdom that we get from everywhere else, but we're always being gathered in the roots and the principle of things. So finally, I'll say for this near the China Republic, what's now called China, is just letting go of things that don't serve one, especially the dogma that they think is the religion, and start to restructure their self-identity and their being on the truth, on the divine truth, and just not truth. And with that, I yield the floor. So next up, we're moving to the Capricorn zone, and we are traveling near Boemi Meoti. All right. And so now we have Luna and Sun in the 2nd and 8th houses. All right. And Mercury's, when it's coming off a Kazemi, Mercury and Sun. So I would definitely say, man, just really be clear on what needs to communicate. When you think of Luna being a Capricorn, we're thinking of nurturing. So, structuring the emotions, or structuring one's emotional authority. And with the Sun in Cancer, we're able to find those gems, those ancestral gifts, those Akashic records that are within one, and really able to start being about causes that are bigger than us, about humanity at large, because we all depend on each other. We all need each other, and embracing that mental stimulation, but also being open to opening one's heart space with that energy. And Mercury is about 3 degrees, 14 minutes. So yeah, being able to just communicate those things that are necessary. And with Scorpio being on the ascendant, on the rise, being the chart ruler, we would look for Mars. Mars is in the 10th, right? So the ascendant's at literature and memory. And when you think about the full moon, with Luna being at the religion degree, and the Sun being at the degree of retention of memory, there's going to be, I would say, like a lot of memory experiments. Maybe beings are finding ways to start to remember who they are. And with that being one who remembering who they are, they will also start to see who else outside of them are as well. What is their status? What is their standing? And Venus and Mars are, doing their dance in Leo. So one's really going to be open to their heart space, to remembering who they are, what they value, what can they do to assist themselves, their loved ones, and humanity at large, and also how to work not only with their finances, but those who are jury or trustee or fiduciary over one's assets or resources, and how to deal with that, and letting one's drive be to getting to the heart of the matter. And make sure that you get your mirror session or any astrology that Seven Hill Star offers, as that will show one, your sun, moon, and rising, your big three, but also on the deeper levels of the soul, the body, and the spirit, so that one can start to see that higher self and lower self, and really use the anthropomorphic stories that one believed in. But now it's that time to take the next step and have faith in oneself, and just realizing that all those beings are you, and that anything that your favorite story from whatever holy text, that you can do as well too. So put the glasses on, really start to see what one is rejecting, but is their life raft. And with that, I'm going to yield the floor. So we'll be moving on next into the Sagittarius zone, and we are near Alexandria, Egypt, or Kupta, whatever you like to say that. So we have now Luna and Sol are now in the 3rd and 9th, and both in their joys, right? With that energy, so it's very beautiful. So with Scorpio being on the rise, still, and Mars ruling that still in the 10th, there's going to be a sense of passion about one's drive. And I'm seeing that beings are going to start embracing that heart space more, and able to really start letting go of the things within their mind, and just also their philosophy on life. Maybe, they've been going about it wrong, or really not seeing things clearly as they thought they knew, or they thought they have been seeing. Mercury's able to bring that out as well. And it's especially going to be a lot of talks with one's family, with one's loved ones. Starting new relationships, or mending old relationships, as we're dealing with mother and father, masculine and feminine energies, or home and the home away from home. I'm also getting that someone's loved one too may be coming to see them, taking a long voyage trip, or sending gifts by means of books, or just something that deals with education. Maybe someone even is going to get a gift of like their family, their father, or their, great grandmother's like personal diary or workbook. For those that like have been into like teaching, maybe someone's family had a member that used to teach, so they're receiving some kind of gifts or like memoirs as to, what they do. All right. And just let go. Look at that. The South Node conjunct. So it's the South Node rising. So be sensuous and passionate, be honorable and sincere about what one sees for themselves in the future, but being present in the moment of things that might be keeping them at bay or comfortable, and just being open to the unseen. And with that, I'm going to yield the floor to the bro.
Islam, bro. I'm just sharing here right now on Facebook, just very briefly. Make sure I send it out to everyone that's, following us on Facebook. Making sure that that's set and post. All right, so we're in the Scorpio zone, right? That's what we're looking at, right? The Scorpio zone. All right, so full moon, all right, is happening in Capricorn, means the sun's in Cancer, of course. And in the Scorpio zone, this is taking place in the 4th house and the 10th house. All right, the sun's in the 10th. Luna's in the 4th. Luna's having accidental dignity. Wow, probably, seemingly debilitated in Capricorn. However, I'm not a doom and gloom astrologer. So with 11 degrees Capricorn being that pertaining to religion, right? And we know for those of us that are actual scholars and don't use our emotions, right? We know that what that actually is, religion is to bind yourself back to that mindset pertaining to your ancient foremothers and forefathers so that your days are long upon the earth land. All right. So with this happening in the fourth house, we are able to, bring some structure home. And with adding some structure, there might be some new furniture some may acquire here near, Cardiff, United Kingdom. All right. Happening 3rd July, 2023. And as Brother Sean said, that is a Monday. That's when we will be going in on Intuition Monday for new moon in Cancer, right? Have you guys noticed that the full moons are happening before the new moons? If you go back and look back a few months, you'll see when and why that actually occurred. All righty. We had 2 new moons during the Aries transit. All right. So that's why you're seeing that there. So there was a full moon, right? After that last full moon, I think that last new moon in Aries happened at about 29 degrees, right? Which is about, I think, isn't that where the eclipse happened too? If I'm not mistaken, that eclipse happened there earlier in the year also. So it's very interesting to see how normally you go back and look at our, Intuition Mondays, we normally do the new moon before the full moon, as far as the tropic astrology is concerned. However, you guys are going to see that there's going to be a full moon right now is occurring on the 3rd. However, we'll be going in on the new moon on the 3rd for our Intuition Monday. That's happening later than that. All right, so that's going to be just interesting to just pay attention to. However, let's get back to it. When it comes to how we stand amongst our peers, we may be able to shine a light, alrighty, on some recollections, some things that we can bring back, as far as even recognizing that when it comes to how we, bind ourselves back to that mindset pertaining to our ancient foremothers and forefathers, it will allow us to develop our character in a way where we will have a firmness within ourselves and be both nurturing and supportive, all right, collectively speaking, while also being just in our affairs, all right. And the way that justice will be taking place is just by, us having a beauty in how we are definitely sharing things that we recall with others, and or being able to collect information that's necessary, that's being poured out to us for us to be able to better interact, with others, even if it's just electronically interacting with someone on some type of, video call application. So what I will say for this particular portion or slice pertaining to the earth for Scorpio zone near the Cardiff and all other, portions pertaining to the land that are within the Scorpio zone, just really allow yourself to be very balanced in how you're sharing and exchanging ultimately information, and being very active in how you are definitely gaining values from your standing amongst your community, while also at the same time embracing being able to improve your home from interacting with those, which means you may find yourself getting rid of some old things within your own self personality. Maybe your self-esteem will get a boost, as well as being able to, accept the fact that someone may gift you something, maybe a piece of furniture, maybe a painting of some sort. So just to learn, this is a moment to really allow yourself to learn how to receive as much as you give. And with that, I yield the floor. All right. Now in the Libra zone, we in the Libra zone. So with that, this is taking place, right? Where it's in the 5th house, the moon and the sun, right? 5th and 11th houses. As Brother Sean has theirs, we're dealing with, it's interesting too, because that's what, 30 plus 8, that's 38 degrees exactly from the sun, that ascendant, man. That's very interesting. That's almost, that's just 2 degrees more than the, what is the 36? 36 degrees is called the decile, right? So it's 2 degrees more than a decile. However, with even thinking about the back, right? 19 degrees Leo, as well as Aquarius deals with the back. We can look at the back as, either your actual back that, has your spine there, or behind the scenes, some supportive energy. With this happening in the 5th and 11th house, moon in the 5th in Capricorn, this could really allow you to be probably very nurturing to someone else's children, maybe even shine a light on some things from your own childhood, and maybe take some qualities and things that you may have annoyed you with your loved ones, either your mother and or father, and what you realize is the importance of why certain things were actually done and or said that you may not have liked when you were younger, and now you see the importance of certain disciplines being instilled, and you may be able to share some things and communicate to other people's children the importance pertaining to such. It may even involve, if you're someone who is a blended family, your loved one, your beloved mother, mistress, consort, sons, or your beloved son, master, consort, mothers, that you may be able to express some things and have a real, actually, a loving conversation, all right, when it comes to sharing things in the childhood and being able to find a way to communicate that, either to one another's children or maybe someone else's children. It'd be great to just have this experience to better one's state of mind and how to correspond and be able to share what's important without any negative outcomes, so to speak. So for you guys, with the sun in Cancer ruling the ascendant here, right, I would say it would probably be best to make sure your communication is very jovial, very light, and just to make sure as you're doing this communication, just never forget about your own feelings when you're sharing something pertaining to someone else's feelings. Be honest, tell the truth, be sincere, and make sure you're being caring and responsible. And with that, I yield the floor. And we're now here at the Virgo zone, all right? And this is for Charleston. Looks like what? Charleston, near Charleston Corporation, South Carolina State Republic. Because that's very Virgo zone-ish, right? So with that being said, again, happening the 3rd July 2023, that's Moon Day, at about 0700 hours, 38 minutes and 41 seconds, or 7:38:41 anti-meridian Eastern. This is just right after sunrise, all righty, maybe a couple hours almost after sunrise. The moon here in the 6th is ruling the ascendant, all righty, while the sun is in the 12th under Mercury's dispositorship. Moon under Jupiter's dispositorship is just really saying that what we're bringing to head is a way of probably really sharing some things. Maybe some people there are going to have meetings with their team members that they work with, and whomever is the head that's in charge, maybe sharing some information about promotions, or maybe there's some type of, not necessarily a game, but maybe there's something where, I don't know, maybe a raffle has taken place already and people have now won some things like a trip or some things of that nature. I will also say that maybe there's a welcome back party due to someone maybe having a bit of a surgery or something, maybe something dealing with someone having some issue with either their hip of some sort, or maybe some other leg or bone injury. And what I think is actually occurring here is going to be a means for people to really show appreciation to whomever that being is, and really bring to light their values that they may have thought has been hidden However, this is your moment in time to put that card together. You know, everyone in the office to put that card together, or get ready to sign that cast, so to speak, or whatever, to kind of bring back, you know, you guys are probably in your 30s and 40s, but having a cast signing or whatever may bring back some bit of humanity and a bit of, you know, mindset pertaining to when, you know, ones were younger and weren't really so competitive, so to speak, for status in life. So be very nurturing and make sure you're very thorough in being, you know, critical about the way you go about sharing those things, and bring to light that nurturing in order for one to really feel sincerely the foundation pertaining to the kindness that it is you're bringing. And they will be secure to work with you in the future based on your acts pertaining to kindness now. And with that, I yield the floor to our beloved brother, whom we are well pleased, by Shauna Linnell. You good?
All right.
Do your
Let's
thing.
see. Moving on, right? So now we are in the Leo zone.
Leo zone.
Right, near Kamloops, Canada. Right, near Kamloops. Somebody sent me some Fruit Loops. Nah. Unless they got vegan ones, right? But I don't know that little cheap version of Fruit Loops. I don't know what they was called. Them joints used to hit back in the day, though.
You're hilarious, bro.
And that big old bag, you pay like 4 or 5 notes for it to be like, it'd be the cheap.
The malto meal.
Yeah, those joints. Yeah. Yeah, them joints used to smack.
You're hilarious, bro.
All right, so yeah, we got Sun in the 1st, Luna in the 7th. All right, so this is I see for those that are relationships, or you know, those who are talking, they'll be able to provide some emotional structure. I see like my heart, you know, starts to feel heavy. I'm seeing like a lot of communication for those that are in partnerships. You know, maybe they are doing things that they're not really sure. And I think with the proper communication, because even though, you know, Mercury's combust, being so close to the sun, I think beings are really able to say the things they need to, or beings will be able to pick up on what's not being said. I know, brother, signs like one of his things is like, you know, I can feel better than I hear.
I can hear. Yep, I feel better. Yeah, I can feel people better than I can hear them. A lot of times.
Yeah, that's amazing. So beings able to you know, just fill each other out, you know, finish each other's sentences, or you know, kind of just give what the other needs without things having to be said. Luna is still ruling that chart, degree of sleep and trance. And so yeah, putting those glasses on and waking up and being open to seeing the things that they need to see. And let's see, yeah, with that. And Luna's coming out of that trine with Jupiter. So yeah, I think there's gonna be like a lot of partner building, non-business building, and like online community building with this full moon. All right, so moving along, we are now, what does that say? Aleknik, Alaska. All right, so we got now the 8th and the 2nd. Luna's in the 8th, Sun's in the 2nd. So, yeah, I think a lot of purging here. Let's see, Luna's final spot is Jupiter, Sun's final spot is Luna. So this is Luna and Jupiter here. And yeah, Jupiter is in the 12th. So this is some expansion. Losing is also coming off a sextile with Saturn retrograde. So this is like a lot of letting go to move forward. This is kind of like the nudge or assistance to move forward with some things. And I think that 9 degrees Jupiter in Taurus is Neurasthenia. So yeah, just a lot of institutions too, maybe even doing some reforms or making adjustments, whether that's like the hospitals or like the elder homes, they were like, quote unquote, old folks homes. A lot of those, and also a lot of accounting too. I think I will see beings able to start getting back into, the humanity based things, and with the Mercury is ruling the ascendant, that's at 12 degrees, a degree of hope realized here. So yeah, a newfound sense of hope and faith in one's home, because Mercury's in the 3rd in a community. So branching out with a lot of around communities. I don't know why that Fast and Furious quote, how they talk about like the family quote, the family, right? What
Yeah, I can't really remember either. But
I see it all the time, but yeah, that's kind of like the energy of thing I'm getting, like family. Yeah, and just bracing hope. And yeah, with that, give you some of that hot fire right there. And now I'm gonna get to the final one. I'm gonna have to see real quick. Upalo Island. So let me come to my files. Capricorn full moon 2023 Gemini. All right, this is Western Samoa. All right, this is that we are near. All right, this is occurring in the 4th and the 10th. Pardon me, 3rd and the 9th. Hold on, this is actually not updated.
What you talking about, bro?
For this, I guess it's before. So let me actually come out of the share and come back now to the Gemini zone. Yeah, because that's actually not updated. Why to do that? So let me come.
I don't know exactly what I'm looking at, but it's long.
I changed the screen share, yeah, because
no, I see now. Okay, I see.
All right. So what I'll have to do now is new share, and I'm gonna just do it for this one. All the other ones should be on point. But
yeah,
there we go. So we all now fixed, still 3rd and 9th. I might have just changed it and didn't update it when I saved it. So yeah, 3rd and 9th. Right. So we think of Luna and Capricorn in the 9th house. So for Luna, we think of self-care. So we go self-care, structuring by means of higher knowledge. And then Sun, and the 3rd is creative home communication. Yeah, so this is like just finding boundaries and also at the same time initiating the proper communication. I'm not sure what 14 Cancer is. I know it's right by Sirius.
Yep. Correct.
I'm getting correct. Godfather energy too. This makes me think of like Godfather energy, 10 of Pentacles energy. Yeah, maybe the elder in the family is bringing something of some sorts, maybe like land or resources. Yeah, they'll be able to bring something or provide the means for one to maybe go study at a foreign institution. So maybe someone will be able to like go to school in like Spain, or be able to go travel abroad and go study for something for like medicine or culture wise, is definitely what I'm getting. Mars is chart rule. Mars is in the 5th house. So yeah, a new sense of creativity. 13 degrees Aries. Yeah, maybe like a leadership position, maybe to be like head over a project or something in that matter. And with that, I will yield the floor. And let me get you back to the other one. 1 second.
That's long. Guys, remember, go to 7heelstar.com. Sign up for our email list so you get the email that goes out every Thursday. Make sure you get your Mirror Astro-Literacy sessions from Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey and your Mental Magician report from Brother Sean Alimel. And always remember, we are all qualified. However, the brothers at 7heelstar.com, particularly Brother Corey Bay, Brother Terrell Tamari Bay, Brother Sean Alimel, and I, Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, we are all qualified to give Mirror Astro Literacy sessions and the Mental Magician reports. They are very important. You need these sessions and reports so that you can better live your life, period. It's really no other way to put it. And we look forward to you scheduling your sessions and ordering your reports. All righty. With that, I yield the floor. Islam. Looking at that Taurus zone. Oh, it's on me, bro. Forgive me, because I did do Scorpio zone, so it must be on me. So full moon, Taurus zone. All right. Because I do remember, it started off with me with Scorpio. So I definitely got it.
Yeah.
All right, Islam. So full moon, Taurus zone, right? We have the moon in the 10th house now, and the sun's in the 4th, right? So there's that flip from when it was in the Scorpio zone. It was reversed. However, with that being said, guys, here, interesting. Moon both in Capricorn and in the 10th house, right? Some would say it's, having accidental dignity and debilitation, right? However, what I would really say ultimately is this is just the means for us to really check the essential structure to how we're securing ourselves, especially when in like affairs that don't seem local, could be some type of foreign affair. We can make sure we're just really securing ourselves and really expand the ideals in a very harmonious fashion, and making sure as we are expanding those ideals, we're not having ourselves be paralyzed, by ideal expansion. All right. While at the same time making sure that we're reflecting the light that pertains to just being creatively nurturing. All righty. In that security, while also making sure the way that we stand, it is actually that which people can relate to, off the fact that you're just being honest and sincere and isolating how you're going about even instituting oneself amongst, other beings. So now you can be very joyful in how you have now allowed yourself to allow your spiritual walk to better how you interact with others. And with that, I yield the floor. Moving on to the Aries zone. This is going to take place where the moon's going to be in the 11th and the sun is going to be in the 5th. All right. So now with the moon in the 11th house, guys, what we can really do is share those essentials, right? Share the way that we securely, share the essentials to our own sense of security. When our subconscious mind is structured in a way to really thrive off of the values from how we stand amongst our peers, especially with this being a reflection to the sun, we can really allow ourselves to make sure we're being very creative in how we're caring for others. All right. this would be a means for us to also be very confident in how we're pouring out knowledge and information to others, and maybe allowing ourselves to allow our patience, alrighty, with other beings to come to the fore by actually recalling times where we were impatient at times, and then allowing a thorough understanding to emanate from us, so that we don't apparently alienate others due to whatever mindset they're in that moment. And with that, I yield the floor. And lastly, as we're closing on out for the Pisces zone here, all right, Moon, this is going to be after moonrise. Moon's going to be in a 12th, which means it's going to be right after sunset. All righty. And the sun is in the 6th house. So there's going to be a light thoroughly shined on, communication services. I really think at this time, especially for near Rompin, Malaysia, within the Aries zone, what I think we're going to really see and really pay attention to here is to make sure that which we're communicating is really helping. Is it even worth saying what we're saying, or would it be better to just, be peaceful than to be right? And one will actually recognize if they take their time to really think about the things they're going to say, I think the essential value will be able to be brought to the forefront as people actually can see how patient ye are with actually communicating with others. All right, to kind of go right off of what we just spoke about within the Aries zone. And with that, I yield the floor as we, ask you guys, are there any questions, comments, and or suggestions? Let's go and check the chat, right? And really see what it is that we have going on here in the chat. All righty, let's take it back to the top. Brother Jadon says Islam kin folks. Okay, we going in. He says, indeed. Mary Bagnash, he says, greetings, all peace and love. Brother Seven, Judah Bilal Bey says, Islam to you, brother. Jadon L says, I see you, brother Sean, wearing your sunglasses at night.
Get my kid shine on.
Yeah, hilarious, bro. Every once in a while, brother Sean will throw in one of those what do they call it, like facial recognition emojis or whatever. I know that's what it is at the base of it, but sometimes bro do the halo and whatnot, and it's fun, right? Mother Janelle Blashell says greetings. Brother Derek Blash Bay says Islam, everyone. Jen B, right? She says peaceful greetings, brother Sean and Hassan and everyone. Indeed, peaceful greetings. John Alexander Dix Bay, broski. He says peace and love. Open 642 says greetings. Antonio Bay says Islam, Moors, and Mother Sahar L says peaceful greetings to everyone. Indeed, Mother Sahar, peaceful greetings to you also. And guys, all we like to do right now is just reiterate again. All of you that are here, if you haven't gotten your Mirror Astro session done yet, or gotten your Mental Magician report, make sure you do so. Make that important. And I get it. A lot of times we have things in our life that's going on, and I know with what we know and what we study, it's like, oh, well, we're exchanging this, Federal Reserve note, or we're exchanging, these Cash Apps, these Zells, these PayPals, and things like that. And it's like, oh, well, are we contradicting ourselves? Let me give you something that Brother Taj gave me a minute ago. He said, even though that it's not for us to use, by there being an occupation, us being under occupation that's taking place on the land, we have to basically kind of reserve our rights in the spirit by putting up a fence or a violet egg-shaped force field around ourselves, so to speak. I'm paraphrasing the egg-shaped force field portion. That's from Mother Rashida Bay. To be able to protect ourselves from the karma in using these things. All righty, we already know what it is, right? And I'm not saying, be dishonorable and just use something because that's the way that you can maintain what it is that you've been doing. What I'm saying is the more we put documentation together, send it via postal service to these beings, make phone calls, send the emails, right? And the phone calls will come after the emails and the postal service sending pertaining to those letters, to make sure we're not being ignored, so that the laws that have been codified are being observed by these beings who really just would much rather just make finances off of adjudicating upon your life's energy, saying that you're doing something wrong. When at the end of the day, you're doing nothing wrong. You aren't doing anything wrong. But yet people will try to make you feel as if you are. People will try to make it seem like, oh, well, your interpretation of that is skewed, because we've been doing this so many years and no one's ever brought this up and we haven't been sued yet, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you're taking advantage of the fact that there's a growth that's happening due to the fact that there's been very little beings who, especially the various copper tone beings here at the North Gate, contemporarily termed North America, right? Here at a Maxim, they weren't using their minds to exercise, to learn the English law codified, because that's what it is. All this stuff, these statutes, codes, policies, these courts, it's all English law. Period. And it's like being held to that when what needs to occur is an outright expression that Moors must do, because it's documented. It's documented that we're Moors, not what you feel like being, not, oh, well, I want to be Moors because I heard this. Most beings have never read. Most beings are going off of hearsay, going off of what they feel, going off of, well, I saw on TikTok and I saw this meme on Facebook and now I have this grand outlook on what Moors really are. No, you don't. Because if you did, you would be rushing to declare and proclaim your nationality. You would be trying to do everything to get yourself a turban, mothers, or a fez, brothers. You would be doing all of that if you really comprehended it. All righty. So what I'm saying is once we thoroughly analyze who we are and why there's been a suppression pertaining to who we are, then what we can do is not be emotional and put together the documentation necessary that will allow us to, be prudent in exercising jurisprudence. We can exert reason, be prudent, get to our resolution, because all these beings in every office, legislative, executive, and judicial, are our servants. They are our servants. They are our servants. So these beings with pistols on their hip, Glock 40s, with 17 shots in the clip, call themselves police, sheriffs, state troopers, whatever, servants. So the occupation and intimidation that takes place is them being seditious, treacherous. And the penalties of treason is what? Death by hanging. And we need to be more and more serious and critical with the way we express ourselves, so that we don't have to, because people are expecting those of us here at the North Gate who are the heirs. Have you read Executive Order 1149? Is it, hold on, Executive Order 11490? Is that a King Alfred plan? Executive Order 11490, right?
I think that is. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, Executive Order 11490, dealing with the King Alfred plan, talking about there will be a people that are tied to the continent by heritage. Tied to the continent by heritage.
Right.
That will basically be a formidable opponent. Like, forget what do they mean a formidable? You hear that? Formidable opponent. You at our house.
Correct.
What is this formidable opponent thing? You know, maybe Moors need to really consider the spirit of that 14-year-old brother out there near the Illinois State Republic that shot that guy for hitting his mom. You see the spirit. That's the manifestation of what's actually about to happen more and more. This is going to be attorneys and judges, so-called attorneys and judges and other administrative workers. Watch. Mark my word. How many times have I said before, Brother Sean, I'm like, gonna come a time these people are gonna start shooting police, and it comes to pass, yes or no?
Yeah, it did. It did.
Those of you that are here in the chat that's out there near the California State Republic, a few months ago, didn't somebody shoot somebody out near Orange County? Didn't they shoot the police near Orange County Corporation out there in the California State Republic? Killed the police. I'm telling y'all, it's gotta happen. There is too many of us that are sincere about our studies and working the energy. You thought Brother Taj was playing? And I know it's some serious wizards out there. Trust me. Some of your popular astrologers from out there near the Khalifa Republic, from out there from the California State Republic, telling me, oh, I thought you was a warlock. You's a wizard. If that's how you see it, I'm just Brother Hassan. I just know that usually, though, when people think they can do something untowards or out of spite towards me, they learn real fast they should have never done it. Because they get a consequence and repercussion, boy, that they was not expecting. That's another reason why I don't go so hard in my demeanor. I enjoy staying balanced. I enjoy being loving. I'm being love. I'm being truth. I'm being peace. I'm being freedom. I'm being justice. While being pure heart, being sincere intent, and of course, being love, being honor, keeping Prophet Noble Drew Ali at the forefront pertaining to my mind, because I know that the universe conspires in my favor. There are people that out there, we probably would never know it, but if anybody out there that ever hears this, what I'm saying right now, ever thought something negative about me, the universe even told you, like, don't do that, or something occurred in your life, and what came to your mind was like, is that because I said this about Brother Hassan and them brothers? I'm telling you that some people want to say wizard and all that stuff. Look, hey, that's the names you want to give it. Cool. I'm just Brother Hassan. That's it. I ain't sitting here casting spells and all that other stuff. It's just that I know that I put my energy in the right place, and I've seen the universe conspire in my favor. For real, in my favor. So a lot of people, they done lost their husbands. Husbands done died. I'm telling you, I done seen real stuff. Did my first writ, been dated January 29th, 2015. Clerk of the court dies of a heart attack 15 days later. I know what I put on my writs. I'm just being loving and sincere. That's all. Just being loving and sincere. And it's their energy that can't handle the vibration pertaining to who I am, what I am, and what I stand for. And what I stand for is being Brother Hassan, because that way I can be the principles at all time. I can keep Prophet Noble at the forefront pertaining to my mind. And that's what I have shared and do share with my brothers. And I trust that my brothers are the same with their mindset. That's why people try to do things to them and they end up being apologetic. You know what I'm saying, Brother Sean? I'm pretty sure you had some experiences. You ain't got to go into detail. I'm sure you had some experience where people said or tried to do some things, and now it's like they like gnashing their teeth that they wish they didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm the sun. Once that sun leaves, it gets dark, it gets cold outside.
So
it's cold. What's that? 5 of Pentacles, 3 or 5 of Pentacles, where they outside.
Oh, it's the 5 of Pentacles, yeah, when they outside.
Yeah. 5 of Pentacles, and like I said, I'll say things and they'll come to pass. And then whether I'm still there or gone, folks will be like, yo, you was right, yo, that shit did happen. Or you did say that shit was gonna come. Yeah, I'm just talking because I like to talk because I got a mouth, right?
Correct. So with that being said, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us. Mother Star says indeed, Jadon says fact, Jadon says subjects, they say yes, 11490. Mother Sahar says open 642, and Jen B says, Jen B also says, what color news does one prefer, right? When you're doing your BS, these people that are being seditious and being treacherous, right? Brother 7 Judah Bilal Bay says Islam, and Corey Hall says 100. All right. So with that, guys, we thank you all for joining us. On behalf of Brother Shaunaline L, Brother Corey Bay, Brother Terrell Tamari Bay, Brother Armuala Bay, and I, Brother Hassan Ghazio Bay. This is the portion where we say to you all, rest and recharge well, and be yourselves, and
donate.
Indeed. We love you all, and we look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. Gratitude indeed, open 642. This is where we say to you all, namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, 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 y'all. Peace and love.